going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Collector Tour. I'm your host, Evil Sneaker. We are back for episode 12, and I am here with the Maul Fiend. Reese, what is up, dude? Thanks so much for coming on the show, man.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, dude, really happy to have you on the show. I know it's kind of crazy how we met when I was actually selling all my Black Series stuff to start to get into hot toys, and found out I remember we were messaging on Facebook, and it was oh, you're in kind of the Milwaukee area. So yeah, met up a couple times, and yeah, I appreciate you always being on the streams. So I figured I sold you a couple figures. I see him in the background. I'm yeah, the background's looking sick. I've always been fascinated with your collection and stuff. I think you have just so much cool stuff. So yeah, man, thanks so much for being on the show. How are things going?
Dude, good. We out here, we're chilling, about to talk about some nerd stuff.
Yep. Had to wear the Maul hoodie for you, man. Even though I just wore it last night. It's my favorite thing to wear.
Michael Myers mask, though. You must have been sweating.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was rough, dude. It was rough. It was a sweaty night, but had to do it for the people. Had to do it for the viewers.
For the people.
Yeah, had to do it for the people. So yeah, that was a really fun stream. But yeah, man, I'm really excited to talk about, your setup and yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Let's address the chat here real quick. You got some people in here. You must know this guy.
Yeah, that's
Fritter.
Frank. That's
nice, dude. What is up, Darth Fritter? Thank you so much for tuning into the show to support your boy and to come onto the channel and say what's up. I had no idea that something like this was here. I'd love to have you take a look at my collection as well, dude. Yeah, you can hit me up on Instagram. My link is in the description. It's Evil Sneaker with 2 R's.
Some crazy stuff, bro. His Transformers collection is world class.
Yeah, dude, hit me up. I'm always looking for people to come on the show, and I'd be happy to I'm still looking to grow the show, and yeah, I kind of have a plan as far as as the channel keeps continuing to grow and get bigger, there's people I want to bring on. So yeah, definitely Darth Fritter, hit me up, man. Would love to chat. Daniel Brancato was in the house. Hello everyone. What is up, man? Thank you so much for being here, always showing the support. Yes, let's go. I'm excited for the episode for sure. Cage is in the house. Hey, hope everyone is well. Gonna have another go in tonight with Mr. Maul himself.
It's so flattering, bro.
Yes, dude. People know you, man. People know you when you come in with the Maul stuff. It's you've got a reputation now.
Hey, man, it's me, bro.
Yep. Dude, showing you all the love. Some guys in here, what up, my favorite people? Smash that like button. Yes, please hit that like button. I'm sure usually some more people will end up rolling in as we get going here. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. I always start out, Reese, with the same question for everybody. Can you recall the moment that you knew you were going to be a collector?
Bro, I always liked collecting things. I went through a phase when I was a kid where it was rocks, and then I went through a phase where it was Pokemon cards.
Oh, hell yeah.
If only we knew back then what they're worth now.
I still have a lot of mine.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That's so sick. But yeah, it was always just a thing. And then, yeah, when I became an adult, I didn't grow up with a lot, material wise, and I became an adult, and I was like, hey, I wanted that when I was a kid, and then I just did it, and now I have lots of stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, you like stuff you wanted when you were a kid, and then it's really nostalgic, right? What was as an adult, what was one of the things, I guess, whenever you identify yourself as becoming an adult, what was do you remember one of the first things that you had in your collection, or what kind of started, got you started on okay, now I'm going to actually kind of develop what you have behind you now?
Honestly, I picked up when I used to manage a pawn shop right when I got out of the military.
Nice.
And we got a bunch of the episode 1 figures in. I think it was a complete set, but my boss was like, these are worthless. And I bought a bunch of them for $1. I only have one of them. What do you know? It's Maul. And it's beat up. It's in horrible condition behind me, still in the box, but I've got it in like one of the, a star case and everything. That's really like my first I think like piece that started this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. How long did it take you to like, I guess, do you remember when that was?
2019 probably.
Okay, so you kind of like, this is like kind of recent. Like not
Yeah.
too like,
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Did you get those shelves at Home Depot?
Menards.
Menards. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I used to have very similar shelves like that.
Yeah,
For like all
clearance
my
center,
black,
maybe.
yeah, for all my Black Series stuff with the little L brackets.
Yeah.
The floating shelves. Floating shelves are where it's at. I need to put some up. But yeah, dude, that's dope. So 2019, and then do you remember when you got your first Hot Toy figure?
You.
Was it me?
Yeah,
That was
bro.
the first. Oh, I didn't realize that.
The
I forgot that.
DX16, dude.
I
Bro,
forgot
I had
Maul was the first one.
I was like, those are out of reach. I was like, there's just no way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I got a little girl. Like, it's big money, big dollars.
Mhm.
But then you came through, you slid through with a killer deal. I was like, well, you know.
Yeah, the figure's dope. Yeah. Yeah, the Maul. I forgot that was like the first one. You know? Yeah, you can get like stuff like pretty good price now. You just kind of got to be selective. But and then Qui-Gon, I sold you Qui-Gon too.
Qui-Gon.
Still got the chair in my gym, the WWE chair you traded me. Extreme Rules, baby. Man, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, baby.
Yep. Yeah, that chair is dope for sure. So, but yeah, man, that's so like, yeah. So you got your first, like, that was right around when I started collecting. Yeah. When I got that, because I think what I ended up doing, like, I had that, and then I came across like a pretty decent deal on a Maul, like with a speeder.
Well, I think because the one you sold me was missing like the droid, and like it was piecemeal. You know what I'm saying?
The horns. I remember the horns on what the head sculpt, like the screaming head sculpt. Like one of the horns fell out, or a couple of the horns were missing, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't know if I was going to use the screaming head sculpt, and now I use the screaming head sculpt on mine. But yeah, didn't you end up completing that figure?
So I have the full DX17 now.
Yeah.
Minus the box.
Yeah. The box is.
And actually, huge. I ended up spending like with everything, because I don't remember what I think I spent like $350 like piecing it together.
Yeah.
Because I got a dirty deal on that screaming head sculpt. I paid like $65.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember when you got that, dude was selling them like loose on one of the Facebook groups.
Yeah. And then I bought the bike for $100.
Yeah, it's a good deal on that bike. Does your bike have any issues like going into the stand?
Yes.
Yeah, so like you couldn't get the stick in, like it like is kind of wobbly. I don't know why they made it like that. Mine's like that too. I couldn't fit, like it will not go in stable. Like it always has a little bit of a wobble or a lean to it. I cannot. It's like it doesn't sit actually into the like.
Yeah, I've got it propped up against the case.
Yeah, yep. I have mine propped up, kind of like leaning up against one of the shelves in my display.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had to do too, because it just it like won't. I'm worried it's gonna fall over.
Yeah.
But yeah, that figure is dope, dude. It's one of my favorite figures that I have for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's Maul, so
it's Maul, man. It's Maul.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, that's really dope, dude. So you haven't been collecting for too long. That's really cool. I thought you had this stuff a little bit longer, but yeah. Want to give a shout out to a couple of people here. Mike Pause, Literus is in the house. Hey, dudes, what is up, Mike? Thank you so much for being here, bro. I miss you, Mike. We got to get you on I want to get you on a show or something soon, man. I want to talk up some figures. And once you get your cases, get you on this show. And then Cage says, oh, we got a wrestling fan here too. Yeah, dude. Cage loves wrestling as well. Darth Vader says, Reese has one of, if not the best Maul collections I've ever seen. Plus, he's one of the best, kindest, most genuine people I've ever met in my life. Wow, brother. Dude. That's very nice. That's very nice. You are a really good dude, man. I've always, enjoyed talking to you when we shoot the shit and whatnot. But, yeah, I was excited for Reese when he told me about that deal for the chair. Yeah, I remember I gave you Qui-Gon and I took some money off. You gave me the chair.
Yep.
I love the Hardy Boys. So I'm like, yeah, so for you guys in chat, like Reese had this Extreme Rules ringside chair from WWE. That's Matt and Jeff Hardy. And like, I grew up like loving the Hardy Boys. So I was like, had this Qui-Gon because I was actually dealing that Qui-Gon, and the deal like fell through with somebody.
I remember.
I had already bought another one at a pretty good price. So I was like, you know, I was gonna trade it for something and then just rebuy another one at the same price, like to try to trade up from him for another figure that I wanted to get in like a package deal with a couple other things, and the deal just fell through completely. It was a big mess.
There was a Yoda involved, if I remember.
Yep,
correctly.
yep.
Yeah.
Ended up selling the Yoda, but then I was trying to get some other figures, and yeah, it just didn't work out. It was a big shit show, actually. So I had 2 Qui-Gons in my possession.
Yeah.
So then I ended up selling them to you, and getting a good deal on well, you got a good deal and I got a nice chair. We both got a good deal. Yeah. If you guys have questions in the chat, you can definitely shoot them our way. Daniel Brancato has a question: OT or prequels guy?
Come on, bro.
You already know the answer to this one.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. I feel like
first prequels all day, brother.
It's crazy because like I love the OT, but growing up a prequel kid, you know, it's like just something special about it, you know. Mike says that'd be great.
Wars, all that.
Yeah. Very cool. Next question. Can you tell a story of one of your most memorable collecting moments?
I honestly, so like Darth Fritter, our man in the chat, I don't remember the first thing that I got off of him, but he lives about 2 hours south of us in Illinois.
Oh, nice.
And I hit him up and we were chatting. Oh, it was I know exactly what it was. It was all of my statues. I got a bunch of the vinyl Unleashed 1/12 scale statues. I'm missing 2 for the full set.
Those are cool.
And he was like, "Hey, I'm just south," and I've gone down there a couple times and hung out. It's just good friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's good to meet like-minded nerds.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Can you talk a little bit too about like what Maul pieces you're looking for right now? Are you looking do you have your eye on anything?
Well, I need so I had 2 of the old Master Mauls pre-ordered, but I had an issue with my credit card and I changed it, but I forgot to update it in wherever GameStop or Target or wherever it was. And those fell through, so I need to grab those. But honestly, I'm just missing those and then the Series 1, like the Orange Line Black Series.
Oh yeah.
I need one of those, and then I need a loose Black Series Episode 1 Maul. Because I have all of the Mauls loose and in the box except for those. That's why I need 2 of the old Master.
One with the old paint apps on the eyeballs.
Yeah.
The Jedi Knight's watch has showed up. What's good, fellow geeks? Good to see you, Reese in the flesh. Thank you, Graham, for joining up. He says, when's the Maul collection tour?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna pull some down, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. He's gonna pull some pieces down and kind of show us some stuff because we're gonna get to like some different pieces in the collection. Some guy says I used to have those cool interactive talking banks that connected to each other. Maul, Qui-Gon, and Kenobi. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh my God, stuff like that just like brings back memories. Cage says, does this include Celebration Maul? So Cage, yes. Reese is the one that I sold my Celebration Maul to that I actually got at Star Wars Celebration. So we are linked. We are.
Qui-Gon fell.
Oh. Qui-Gon's off. Qui-Gon's down. Qui-Gon's down. It's okay. Reese lets his daughter play with his figures. But there it is. There it is. You can see it.
They're toys, bro.
Yep. I remember that you I remember you sent me a picture like after you got Qui-Gon and you like had him posed up at work.
Yeah, bro.
You got him and then you took him to work
and in the morning and I was going to work.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I brought him into work and I'm posting him up and like showing somebody at work or something.
Yeah, I was like, that's made a sale, awesome. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I thought that was cool. But yeah, Cage. So that Celebration Maul that he has in the background up there, you can see it up right above the left side of it or right side of his head. Is the one that was mine at one point. Came straight from the source at Celebration.
Yeah, it's in like an acrylic hard case now.
Yeah, you got one of those cases. Yep. Nice.
You better $80 better be.
Yeah, as much cheap as the figure. Boba Fettuccine is in the house. What's up, guys and ghouls? I did a collector tour. Yeah, did a collector tour with him, which was a really fun episode. You guys can go check out the replay of that. I really enjoyed talking to Boba Fettuccine. Graham says, "Oh God, I saw that in slow-mo."
The toys, bro.
Yeah. Darth Fritter says his daughter's playing with a full-size lightsaber is hilariously adorable. Yeah, I love all the videos you always are sending me with her, with that stuff. You've really got Jedi intrigued here. Is Qui-Gon okay? Pose maintained, no problems.
You know what I'm saying? This is good, like baby. The stiffest figure ever. Like,
yeah, like, I agree. He's alive. Tighter FL is in the house. What is up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. For accuracy, it should have been Maul that took the fall. Yeah. Hopefully dude, like you are. I know you said you have it like leaned up against. You said you have the speeder like kind of leaned up against the. Yeah, that's a smart move.
Yeah,
I'd be nervous about it falling out.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't like the only ones that really get touched are like the bottom shelf. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Eric Hankey's in the house. What's up, everyone? Eric, what is up, dude? Thank you for tuning into the show. If you guys have questions for the Maul Fiend here, please send them our way. Next up, we have this question. What is your collecting philosophy? How do you navigate the hobby of collection navigate the hobby of collecting? I know like Hot Toys are like a pretty limited selection for you and you're like pretty like very selective and like it's hard to get a lot of them. But like, how do you go about just collecting? You don't have to, you can speak to Hot Toys if you want you can speak to Hot Toys, but also just like in general, how do you go about like picking and choosing things when you buy things, just like kind of your overall like navigating of the hobby here?
Honestly, brother, episode 1, I'm interested, and Maul, I'm interested. I'm pretty simple. It's really easy for me. Like I see like, you know what I'm saying? Like you, Graham and Joey, you guys are like, I don't know if I can get that one. I need to get like, there's such a conundrum. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all are like planning and stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's me and I'm just like, well, he's not red with horns. You know, like it's a pretty easy game.
Like I'm not getting it.
Yeah, like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
So if they came out with another Maul, like would you get one? Another Hot Toys Maul?
I would pre-order it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're all in on the Hot Toys Malls now after having one.
Oh, they're so gorgeous, bro. They're so cool.
Yeah. Are you gonna get the Sideshow Mall at some point?
Well, actually, I had one, but through ins and outs, I got rid of it. I just did not like the head sculpt.
Interesting. It's a hot topic in the community.
I thought it looked a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just simple.
Some people love it. Some people think the Darth Maul the Sideshow one is better than the Hot Toys one.
How can you say that? Like, dude,
the Maul Fiend has spoken.
Dude, like
to all you naysayers.
Ray Park to a T, man. I don't have the Mythos Maul. I saw some
guys saying, I do have the Mythos Maul. So you got some things you can. You still have times like that's part of the fun. You have the chase.
Yeah,
the chase.
Yeah. I got a spare $700 laying around.
Yeah. Would you get like a Savage Press if one came out?
Yeah, for sure. My daughter, what we do is sometimes we wake up in the middle of the night and I go take her to the bathroom and all that. But if she's like, Daddy, I want to watch Star Wars, who am I to say no? You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
That's what I'm here for. She calls him Yellow Darth Maul. And Beasley needs one, brother.
Yeah.
I wish they did a black series of him.
Yeah. They need to do some type of figure of him. He'd be a really dope Hot Toys figure for sure. Mm-hmm. Graham says you've already completed the entire line of episode 1. Yep.
I know.
It's crazy. Missed opportunity. Hopefully when they have the anniversary, they end up coming out with more episode 1 figures.
We need the Padawan Kenobi so I can do the
for real. I know that's such a missed one. Like that, I really wish they would end up coming out with. Mike says Maul versus Ahsoka statue. That thing is dope, but
pricey.
With
the throne and everything.
Yeah.
It's
expensive.
Well, I was talking to a dude I was talking to a dude from the UK who he 3D printed the Mandalorian throne for 1/6 scale. And I was like, oh, bro, like how much? And he's like, oh, just 1,200 pounds. And
Yep.
I'm like, well, you can have my rent payment. That's fine. Like, like.
Yeah, there's one that's probably you can probably get a little bit cheaper than that. Like there's a US based guy that I've seen that does them.
Yeah.
I can show you. He does some cool ones.
I don't have the display place
Yeah,
for
it's
them.
huge. It's
They're
huge.
like 30 inches tall or something.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's huge.
Got a deer in the background, brother.
That's my dog. Big O.
Dude, that puppy.
I don't know what he's doing.
Partying, Doug.
I put a blanket right down here so he lays down in his little nest right here while I stream all the time. You can see him digging into it. Eric says, big Darth Maul fan. Dude, how can you not be a fan of Darth Maul? You know, everybody loves Darth Maul. I don't know of anybody that like doesn't really that actually would say like, yeah, I don't like Darth Maul as a character. You know,
he's so calm. Well, people who know, you know what I'm saying. Like, there's so much. Like, he's to surface level fans. He's a very surface level character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to dive in a little deeper to understand. But
yeah, if you don't know he survived, then you're not going to know a lot about him. But I remember seeing him for the first time, you know, like watching Phantom Menace in theaters and like, yeah, man, such a cool character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mike says, what is your favorite iteration of Maul? That's tough.
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, like right after Talzin cleans him up, fixes his head a little bit with the Force magics, and he's like just so determined. Like there's the whole we do spoilers.
Yeah.
There's the whole like going to Hondo.
Spoilers for Rebels and Clone Wars and all that stuff.
There's the whole Hondo arc where he like goes and like that's all super cool. Him and Savage. I stand by the Savage Maul Sidious fight is some of the sickest stuff.
Yeah, dude. The Savage arc with Maul is just like one of the best arcs.
It's so brutal too. Like they are really, really brutal. I can't let my daughter watch them.
Yeah, it's one of the darkest arcs in Star Wars, I would say, now that you mentioned that. You know, like it's wild. Savage is just literally a straight up savage. No pun intended.
Oh, he's just a murderer. Like
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that Sidious fight with him and Maul and Savage is hopefully like it's kind of crazy because I know they're coming out. It would have been really cool if they came out with Savage or Press because they're coming out with like that Clone Wars Palpatine, you know, like I was hoping with the Clone Wars, like with the stuff they're doing for the anniversary that they would announce a Savage. I guess like they still potentially could out of nowhere. It's a little late now, but Mike says absolutely that arc is sick. He says something. Yeah. This like, dying in Kenobi's arms. Yeah. So
that whole his death.
Pretty much everybody knows about Twin Sons by now, but yeah, I remember like there was a lot of backlash when that episode dropped, like when that episode came out, and people were like that fight sucked, and it's just like,
it's
no,
poetry.
if you know like the complexity of the characters and like how just Darth Maul is just like, you know, enraged, and Kenobi is just like so calculated and knows exactly like how to play against his weaknesses.
Well, he goes to the young Kenobi.
Yep.
And then he goes to the Alec Guinness, and then he's like, no. I learned from my mistakes. And he hits the Qui-Gon, goosebumps every time.
Yeah, man. Love it. Love that episode. Time. Love that episode. Such a good episode.
Beautiful. Shouts out Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Filoni forever.
Yeah, dude.
Peter FL says, will we ever get a follow-up live-action storyline to the Solo ending? That's like... I know they expanded a little bit on like Kira in the comics, I think a little bit, but I just don't. It's a bummer. I don't know if we ever see that, you know, with how Disney's doing.
They've snuffed Maul, dude. Like they have really shut him down.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what they do with that. Jedi says, any Darth Maul tattoos?
No Maul, but my whole shin is Darth Vader, and then I have the Empire cog on my knee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's dope. I
love Vader too. My third shelf up here is all like Anakin and Obi-Wan and Vader.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. I don't have any. I have a lot of tattoos, but I don't have any Star Wars tattoos.
Yeah, and
I need to
Ray
get one at
Park's
some
kind
point.
of losing his mind a little bit. So like,
Mike's saying like Disney has an issue with Ray Park
yeah,
now. That's
yeah,
why there's some stuff that's going on
yeah,
with him for sure.
yeah.
Darth Fritter, which I love the name, by the way. I think that's a dope name. The best 3-strike takedown in Star Wars history. Yeah, dude. I remember watching that episode and I was like, oh my gosh, man. Was such a perfect, if you're going to end an arc for a character, just such a perfect way to end it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
After everything.
Perfect. Just wraps it up with a
Yep.
bow.
Yep. Like it's really, and I feel like it's really hard to end character arcs. You're not always happy, but like that one is satisfying for sure.
Yeah.
Mike then says, not that they can't recast if that's really the issue. Yeah, they could recast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we see, I'm sure maybe we'll see Maul again at some point. It's so like, I don't know because I don't know what the payoff would be.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 actors who have played Maul at this point, technically. You know, you have Sam, and then you have Peter, and you have Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, just be careful when you share on social media. I remember that fiasco. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question that I didn't post up on here, but like, what got you like into your Darth Maul obsession? What makes you so like? What really got you like to with this level of being the Maul Fiend? Of me calling you, giving you the nickname, the Maul Fiend.
The call sign. So it really it goes back to 99 or 2000. The move in the theater, you know what I mean? I had been so like I was a pastor's kid. I was a little bit sheltered as a child. Like I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon and like even Rugrats and stuff. Like I was a Baptist preacher's kid. So like
Sure.
it was a little narrow. But Star Wars was okay. And I had watched all the Star Wars, and we went and saw it. It was the first movie I ever saw in the theater. And when, you know, the scene in the hangar, it opens, and he pops one side of the lightsaber, and then he pops the other. And I just remember, like, as a kid, like, my face melted off. I was absolutely beside myself. That was the coolest thing I had ever seen. And from that point on, you know, when he came back in Clone Wars, I'm sure I shed a tear, however long ago.
I had to have been real hyped at that point. Yeah.
Such a good character.
Had to have been real hype when he came back in Clone Wars. And they did his characters like they kept him going for a long time.
Yeah.
He just kept going and going. So yeah, I feel like I always tell people like they're missing out if they haven't seen like a lot of the Maul. The Maul arc is like just one of the best, you know.
Duel of Fates.
Yeah, Duel of Fates blaring in the background.
That's the best song ever, bro.
He was just like, yeah, you can like just anytime you just hear it, like it's just one of those iconic moments. It's such an important moment in Star Wars too, like that, the outcome of that, you know, that fight, what it means for the entire Star Wars universe. I won't get too much into it, but Maul. Let's get into some figure talk. So I like to I usually don't talk too much about figures necessarily because I want to hear kind of what you have to say, but do you have a top 3 set of things you don't really like for you? If you want to do figures, you can, or like maybe just go with like the top 3 things you have in your collection. I feel like that'd be cool because you have a lot of like unique stuff. And then do you have like a number 1 thing?
There's so many good ones. Like I'll pull down a couple. So one of my secret favorites is this Clone Wars Maul bust. It is actually a piggy bank. And it's
cool.
It's the Clone Wars Maul with
that's so cool.
Figure, and it's huge. Like you can't tell, but my head is huge.
Yeah, that's big.
Like it's just such a great piece. And I found it like I didn't even know it existed, and I posted a thing on one of the chat rooms, and I was like, "Hey, like anybody got any weird Maul stuff?" And a dude posted this, and I paid way too much money.
I remember when you bought that.
Yeah,
like dude, look, I just got this like sick Maul piggy bank.
Yeah, piggy bank.
Yeah.
The DX16.
Yeah. You gotta go with that.
I mean, it's got to be up there. Honestly, like a lot of my favorite stuff is just like linked to meeting the homies. Like definitely the anniversary mall. That's one of my favorites for sure. I've got it. Like the case costs as much as the figure. Like
That's
that,
a dope
I will
figure,
never
dude.
sell that.
Yeah. I'm glad I sold it to you. It couldn't have gone to a better, it couldn't have gone to a better collector than going to you, honestly, dude.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy I'd end up selling it to you instead of somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, just all my mall stuff. I'm not a Funko guy. I don't really get into the pops.
Yes. About damn time. You gotta hear that, people. You hear that, chat?
I have never. So like, here's what I'll say. I have a few, but I have never bought one myself.
Gifted.
And the one defense that I give Funko was the Duel of Fate set that they put out as an Amazon exclusive. This one right here is Obi-Wan, Maul, and Qui-Gon. All in the full like pose. That my best friend got me that for Christmas, and that's I
remember when you got that too. I forgot. Like we've had a lot of conversations. I feel like I'm kind of thinking like we haven't like talked. Yeah, I was like we've talked more. Like now that you're bringing up all this stuff, like we've always talked. I feel like we've talked a lot of about a lot of random shit over the course of a year.
You literally messaged me, you're like, "Hey, dude, is wife gonna pop soon?" You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, so like I will like I'm kind of just messing when it comes to Funko. I think like Funkos are kind of like those dynamic Funkos that they have. Like I think the scenery things and like the set piece type things that they do are pretty cool. Like that Duel of the Fates one is cool. I wouldn't collect them at this point, but
there's just better things to spend your money on, brother.
Yeah. Would you say? Do you have a definitive like this is my favorite thing on my on my shelves or part of my collection?
No.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I love it all. Like if it's mall, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like there are definitely some standouts. Like the DX17 mall is crazy. Like it's just so fun to play with and use. Like I probably mess with that one the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, if red with horns,
Yep. Yeah. Super dope, man. I love it. It made me like, it's funny because like when I first kind of started talking to you and I saw like kind of like the mall shrine, I was like, damn, I kind of want to like do this with Kenobi and just like get like all this different random Obi-Wan stuff and make like a shrine. Didn't do it. I can't do it.
Books for your birthday.
I have them. I still need to get some cases for those, man.
Yeah, I do.
I have them. They are right over here. They're actually they're in glass. They're in one of my DTOFs over here, right? Nice. They're with my celebration. I have one Black Series figure that remains, and it's my celebration Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi that goes with the mall that I got at celebration. That one I will not get rid of. Because like that's like I collected Black Series for a long time. He's my favorite character. That's the one I got at celebration. Like that one I will not get rid of. Like that piece is really really important to me. I'm not gonna get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Brick Artemis. He is in the house. Duel of the Fates is the best score of all time. Maybe tied with Concerning Hobbits. Yeah, Duel of the Fates is pretty damn good.
That's a fair argument, though. Yep. There's not many things that I would be like blasphemy, but like that's a fair argument.
There's always like, when you hear it, you just know like something so iconic when you hear it, right? Mm-hmm. Eric says, any Darth Maul comic book covers?
So I have all of the malls. All the mall comic books, I think it was a run of 6. I have all of those. I don't think they're not displayed. Oh, one of them is. The first one is displayed in a hard case up behind the DX16. And then I also have the episode 1 comic book with the, Maul on Tatooine. But I don't have my background's kind of taken up by boxes. Yeah, I don't.
I remember when you got that comic. I remember when you got the first. I'm pretty sure you sent me when you got that first mall comic of like the new comic line, right? Of the line of 6. I think you sent me that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Cage says, for me, it's the Blue Line Palpatine. Yeah, I got him that for. I got it for him as a gift. It's good shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Blue Line box Palpatine.
And I misspoke earlier. I do have the Orange Line mall. I need the Archive mall.
Oh yeah, you need it in a on card.
Yeah, I need it on. Well, I need a loose one. I guess the loose one doesn't really
I thought I
matter.
gave you a loose one.
I didn't buy a loose one
Hmm.
from you. Not an episode 1.
Yeah. So yeah, archive. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You shouldn't be like. It probably isn't. I don't know. I don't know the. I guess I don't really know the market anymore of Black Series.
Like 45, $50.
That's not bad for an archive
Yeah.
mall. I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool, man. Is there anything you want to improve upon as a collector? This is my next question. Anything you want to do differently that you would do differently? Anything you want to improve upon?
The one question that I ask everybody in every collector's, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Posing. Like I would love to, and I know that is kind of variable based on the figure. Like posing up the Qui-Gon, you pretty much have 2 options as opposed to the DX16 or even the Solo Maul. Like they are fully, movable, whatever, articulating. But yeah, I would like to get a little better at that. I need to get more room though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Space is an issue, man. Space is like one of the biggest issues. I kind of underestimated, like, even when I got my cases and I have a good amount of room in the cases, a dynamic pose for a figure takes up a lot more space than I think people realize.
Oh, well, the way you
got
your Maul, your DX16 or DX17 set up, like that's like the coolest. I know you sent me that pose when you saw.
Yeah, remember I sent you this picture like probably like when I first had it in the box, and I was like, I can't take it out, but this is the pose that I want to do with Maul. I want to do something very similar to this, where he's like jumping off the speeder. Yeah. He's one of the only ones I have really posed like in a cool dynamic pose.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It's tough.
Otherwise, I just go for like the movie poses. You know what I mean? Like the holding out in front, or for the Solo Maul, I've got it.
Solo Maul's badass.
Like force grabbing the saber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember like that was that Maul with the Maul pose that I did was the one that took me the longest of any pose. It took me probably an hour to get it right, because I couldn't get the figure to balance. Every time I'd get the figure to balance, I couldn't get the speeder to balance because that would shift off of the base, like the pole. So it was just a cluster. And then like you had to get the hook onto the leg just right.
Perfect.
And I didn't want it like leaning too, if you lean it too far, it's going to change the weight of the speeder. So you have to get it like perfectly stacked, and you have to get it, the clamp, like the dynamic pole, you have to get it like basically perfect.
Yeah.
So, oh no, you're good. So yeah. Let me see here. I think Cage had a question that I missed back here. He asked, how many WWE live events have you attended?
I only a few. And they were, so when I was in the military, I was stationed in North Dakota. And I went to a few smaller ones in Fargo, and then I went to like an official SmackDown in Minneapolis one time. But I never, you know what I'm saying? Like I never got to see anybody. Like I never got to see the Taker or Triple H or anything.
Yeah.
Attitude Era.
Dude, I was bummed because this past Friday, SmackDown was at Fiserv.
Yeah.
It was a 2-for-1 show.
My boss was in the president's suite.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. One of my coworkers was there, and she's like, yeah, like it's a 2-for-1. They're doing, because they're in Saudi Arabia this coming weekend for Crown Jewel. So she's like, yeah, it's a 2-for-1. So we get to watch like the recording of Friday nights. It's like, damn it, I should have went.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite do you still watch wrestling?
No.
Oh, top 5 pro wrestlers of today. Sorry, Cage.
Sorry,
bro. Yeah, posing, man. Anyways, going back to the question. Yeah, posing is tough. I feel like, I mean, your poses look cool. I feel like we've talked about this, and I've talked about this in the past with some other people too, of like, I feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit of how we pose. Because like, I think there's a difference between like, I feel like everybody has the ability to do a good pose, but there's like a division between doing a good pose and taking it to like the next level. That's like the tough part for me.
My conundrum comes with like, I want to accentuate what is special about that specific figure when I'm posing. Like I really, for the DX16, I love the binoculars. Like
Mm-hmm.
the detail in him is so cool. Like it's such an iconic piece. So like I've got him holding his saber in one hand and then his binoculars with his hood up like he is on Tatooine. And then for the Clone Wars Maul, I've got his shirt up because he's got the full, or his shirt off because he's got the full painted body. Um, yeah, but it's just making it look natural. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you got to incorporate all the cool stuff about the figure that makes it unique and makes it its own. But like you also, I don't like it when it, looks robotic.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. What saber is that behind you?
Which
The
one?
Maul saber. The Maul saber. That's like.
It's the master replica, like the
Oh, nice.
2007. And then I have this is from our brother Darth Fritter. But then I have the Revan, um, yeah, the NeoPixel fancy stuff as well.
I need to get me a NeoPixel saber. Yeah,
It's
that's dope.
silly fun, dude. It's
Yeah,
silly.
those are dope. Collector Joey is in the house. He is very late, but he's here. What is up, Joey? It's all good. Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. I always appreciate you being here and supporting the channel. Brick says, what is your favorite Maul on screen? We talked about this. I think somebody favorite iteration of Maul. Do you want to just revisit this one real quick for Brickster?
I mean, all of them. Like episode 1 is sick. I'm ultimately like, I think the best Star Wars property is Clone Wars, like the animated series. Just story arcs and the amount of like depth that they give to the character. There's really, you get old Master Maul for like a season and a half, or you get Darth Maul, which by the way, season 7 is the best written Star Wars stuff out there.
Phenomenal season. Yeah, you're missing out if you Clone Wars. You're missing out on just a huge arc with Darth Maul and Clone Wars. It's just such a great. He's probably the best. I guess I'd have to really think about like what the best part is, but like he's one of the best arcs through Clone Wars and Rebels, and just like his arc it's hard to beat that one, and it just keeps going, and it's good the whole time. Yeah, everything he's doing is just really good the whole time. I felt like
riveting.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. How do you navigate collecting with your significant other? This is a question I like to ask and usually get like some pretty good answers, but it's important. I feel like, if you're married or you're not married and you have a significant other, what are your thoughts on this?
My wife's just awesome. You know what I mean? Like she's just cool. Like my wife is the opposite of us. Like we're all sitting in here in a live stream listening to people talk about their Star Wars toys. You know what I mean? Like take from that what you will. What's up, nerds? You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. All love. I'm here. But like my wife, when we got together, didn't even know who Darth Vader was. So like she's just very accepting. And we have watched Star Wars. It was of course a prerequisite to getting married. We've all seen the memes. You have to do this before we get married.
Yeah.
It happened. But yeah, she's cool. And like this is my bedroom, y'all. Like this is literally like my laptop is posted up on my bed right now. This is in her space too. Like she's just dope, and she's understanding. We have she has her Audrey Hepburn on one side of the room. I have my shelves of expensive toys on the other.
Do you guys plan on like getting out of the place you're in at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get a house. I would love to have a nerd cave, but we've got a condo on the river, and I spend 80% of my summers fishing.
Yeah.
So like I have a river view from my balcony.
Hard to beat, man.
Smack and deal. So it's just kind of hard to let it go.
Yep. Do you own that place?
No.
Oh, gotcha.
No, our land.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be hard to get out of that place, man.
Oh, it's so
especially
nice.
I know how much you love fishing. Yeah. Hard to beat. So like, can you just like walk outside? Like, how far away are you?
I live in a place called Mequon, and for the people that don't know, there's very, very wealthy people in Mequon. I'm not one of those people, but like they call me the river walker. I just throw on my waders and I'm out there, and I'll have Maul people coming out being like, Like, Reese, like, what are you doing, buddy? You catch any good ones today? It's all private property. It's like a dream for any
Yeah,
fisher.
that's nice. So they're all cool with you and stuff. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should say, I'm the Maul Fiend.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah.
That's what you refer me to, refer to me as from now on.
This point forward.
Joey says, what is your, I'm guessing PB, what is your personal best bass?
Largie. I'm from Florida, so like my largemouth PB is a little skewed for up here. But I think my largie PB is like a 9, and then my smallie PB is like a 6.5.
Joey's from Texas, so.
Oh, he's got good fishing then too.
I don't think Joey fishes, but Joey, can you let us know if you fish? Maybe he does. No, he does. Wait, no, Joey, I've seen you on boats. You used to always send those clips of you on boats and stuff, so maybe you do fish. I can't remember if you ever sent one of you fishing.
I'll get you out there, Steve. Come on.
I like fishing. I don't mind fishing. I think it's cool. I'm not that into it like that. Like I wouldn't know if you took me to like a sporting goods store, like, oh yeah, this is a badass fishing pole that you should buy right here. Like this thing zips lines like no other fishing pole.
Yeah.
I don't know what the, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Joey says Reese has become my best friend now. There you go.
Brother.
Very cool. Very cool. Anything else you want to say about this, like kind of navigating with your wife? And I think that's really cool. So did she like Star Wars?
Yeah, so we had a tough time. She had a tough time getting it, but I told her that just think about it like a space soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point on, she was like, oh, I get it now. But she's so cynical, bro. Like, it's tough sometimes. She's like, how can Padme love him? He just admitted to killing children. And it's like,
you're like, it's not real life.
Yeah.
It's like a side.
Opera,
it's like, yep.
Like,
yeah. It's
his mom just died. Give him a
sci-fi
break.
fantasy style. Yep. Yeah. His mom just died. Let him rage.
Yeah.
Joey says, yes, casual bass fishing my whole life. Well, you're a casual. Reese is a hardcore fisherman.
I wouldn't go. I don't got a boat. I don't like.
You don't need one. You're the river walker.
You can get way deeper into it. I have like 3.
He's a river walker.
I have a buddy who brings like 8 every time we go out. Like I would say I'm pretty casual.
No, but you're the river walker, man.
The river walker.
You don't need a boat.
Yeah.
That's like you're gonna go down as a legend on that area one day. The river walker used to walk these lands. Okay. Anything else you want to add? Any last pieces you want to say about your wife? So when she watches the replay, she loves you.
I think she's been jumping in and out.
Nice. Very cool.
But she's just awesome. I'm just lucky.
Yeah. Very cool. Brick says, let me know when you guys want to go up north to the cabin and go fishing.
I just don't ice fish, bro. Like I said, I'm from Florida, so I stay off the ice.
Yep. No ice fishing. Next question here. This one's kind of an easy one. What figure would you show someone to highlight your 1/6 scale collection? Yeah.
Honestly, like the DX17, man. Like that's just.
Is there anything else that you would show, like that you'd want to show somebody to highlight your collection outside of Hot Toys?
I'm a big book nerd. I really like the EU stuff, and I own all the Maul books, obviously. My Audible, you know what I mean? Like I think I have like 90 Star Wars books read.
Yeah, I'm selling a bunch of Star Wars books if you want some.
I don't know if that's considered a collection, but
yeah, a digital book collection. I have a bunch of like the new canon books. I'm in the process of selling them right now, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. Let's see here. Last question. So everybody in the chat, if you have any more questions for the Maul Fiend, Reese himself, please send them our way. Last question here. What is your most important piece of advice to give other collectors who collect stuff? And this is like, it can be a slippery slope sometimes, right? And everybody collects differently. Like, what would you say? What would be your most important piece of advice? Buy them all.
Obviously. you just get what you like. Like I find like there's a certain amount of like in the collecting game, and not with our community, like our honestly, like our boys are so dope, like all the people in the chats and Wolfpack Wednesday, like they're all just dope. But I feel like you get to a level in this game where like it's almost like gatekeepy, like elitist, like, oh, you don't have the good stuff. Like just get what you love. You know what I'm saying? Like just because it's an $8 figure doesn't mean it's not the dopest thing that you can get.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be this big complicated. Just get the stuff that tickles your peach. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the motto.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. There's a lot of like cool like trinket style collecting things out there,
Yeah.
Like I still have like I was talking about my Power of the Force Luke Skywalker figure that I had when I was like a kid, and I still have it actually on my desk.
Yeah.
Just like those things, like some of those things that are just like collectibles you'll never want to get rid of. I'm trying to think of some other things that like I might have.
Oh, I got one. In my daughter's toy box right now, because like I said, y'all don't judge me. I let my kid play with my stuff. They're toys. But Darth Fritter, brother Frank, the first like gift that I can remember getting as a kid was the crappy plastic Qui-Gon lightsaber from 2001.
Yeah.
Came in the red box and all that. And I was talking to Frank about how I missed that. And like the one I had was all, beaten up, and like I just wish I would have kept it. And Frank, he sent me a picture of one, and it wasn't the right one. Cage. But he one day in the mail, I just opened it up, and there is the saber. And like it wasn't in the box or nothing. It looked like it had been in the bottom of a toy box. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like it was used, and it felt like pulling it out of my closet when I was 7. You know what I mean? Like just that's stuff that'll bring you back, to the special moments. It's so corny. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool, man. I think that's cool. Like having stuff like that. Like I always, there's something about like finding an old, like, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think like that's so cool. It's stuff that you just don't want to ever let go of, it's just important to you. I think it's really cool. I'm going to bring this back up. Get what tickles your peach to River Walker. This is so good. Brick Artemis says, you are a Hot Toys figure. What accessories do you come with?
Probably like
that like would describe you.
Man, like I'm a simple guy. I like Star Wars. I like RuneScape. I like death metal, and I like fishing. I like
the River Walker has spoken.
A guitar, a mouse for clicking. You know what I mean?
A little laptop.
Laptop
and a Darth Maul graphic tee.
Yes, sir.
Or the hoodie. You give him the hoodie.
Yes,
give this man a Darth Maul hoodie. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know what accessories I'd come with. I'd have to like think about that one. I need to start writing down questions for when I do my own Q&A on my own I'm going to interview myself. At some point. But that's a good one. That's a good one.
Have Graham do it.
Yeah, have Graham do it. I don't know. Like at some point I'm going to do my own, like I'll probably wait till I hopefully at some point get YouTube partnership and then do like a Q&A and a giveaway or something at that point.
I'll be your first member, bro.
Plan. Oh yeah?
I'll be your first member, guaranteed.
Thanks,
me or Joey. He always beats me to the live streams first.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah. Chat, if you guys have any more questions, you can send them our way, but we'll otherwise start kind of wrapping up here. But Reese, any closing thoughts on kind of all these questions? Anything else you want to add in about your collection? Anything else you want to say about Darth Maul? Anything you want to pitch to the chat? Now is your chance.
Boys, I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. We are kind of we're a minority. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of, you don't meet people like us who's spending exorbitant amount of money on toys as grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's dope to just like be a part of it. I enjoy jumping into Wolfpack Wednesday and the collectors tours and all that. Everybody's so welcoming. Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, dude, people know you in the community. You've made a name for yourself as the Maul Fiend, and now the River Walker. The River Walker we will all never forget.
Yes.
Kay's just saying, no, that'll be me. He wants to interview me for my collector tour episode. I accept. Yeah, dude. But yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, Brick says great community. No, I genuinely, am happy that I met you for real. I was man. It's crazy, like, because we've known each other probably, I guess like a little over a year now. Because I started collecting like around October of last year, and that's when I like a little kind of like, I guess September-ish was when I started selling the majority of my stuff, or August, September.
Yeah.
And then like, this was like talking to you, kind of just like bringing back all these memories of all the stuff that we talked about. It's a lot. Like we've chatted quite a bit. I was like, oh, like we chat here and there, but like I just remembered it brought back like kind of all the conversations we had about all these different pieces and figures and like
we're just chatting shit. You know what I mean? Like hanging out with the homies.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm grateful that you took the time to come onto the show, and really, like I said, happy. Always nice to meet people local too. Yeah. So yeah, man, just really appreciative that you took the time, especially considering your personal circumstances right now with a baby on the way, to at literally any moment in time could have happened during this episode, to graciously offer your time to come on the show. So I really appreciate it. Had a blast talking to you. So Brick says we should all pop in and ask a couple questions one at a time. Just give everybody the stream link and let people come in and ask questions for my own collector tour. Yeah, I got to map it out. I'll map it out and figure something out what I want to do with that. But Reese, are you on any social media stuff other than, like, I know you're on YouTube, you kind of pop into streams. Do you do any other social stuff?
I'm on Instagram.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to find you on there, dude.
My name is Reese the Dad.
Do you post like personal stuff, or like would you want people to come to check out your Instagram?
Oh yeah, drop in. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do a mix of everything, to be honest. Mostly it's just like fishing and my kid, but we're all friends here.
What is
I love people send me pictures of their nerd stuff.
Yeah, you know. What is your Instagram?
Reese the Dad.
Is that like just one word?
Yeah.
Is it like capitalized or anything?
I don't know.
Here. I'll put the banner down below. You can tell me if this is right in the banner. Like that?
Yeah. Like.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Reese the Dad.
Yeah. Check out Reese the Dad on Instagram, everybody. Go check him out.
You see pictures of my kid playing with lightsabers and stuff.
There you go. That sounds like a fun time. Go check him out. I'm going to check it out. I didn't know you had an Instagram. I should have asked you before the show, like, hey, do you have an Instagram?
I think I follow you, bro.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you on there?
So. I think so.
I need to look. Then I probably follow you.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
It's been a long time, bro. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah. Maybe you do. Oh, look. I'm sorry if I forgot, man.
I sell mattresses.
Yeah, selling the mattresses, man.
That's what I do.
It's good stuff. You've been working hard. Been real busy working.
60 hours a week.
Brick says I follow you already. I need to look.
I need to follow all the Wolfpack people.
Then I have to.
Yeah, I know I follow Dan and Brick and
I don't know
Jedi
why.
Knight.
I don't know why I never see your posts.
I don't post that much.
That's why. That's probably why then.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I don't follow you.
I don't follow you either, bro.
I know we don't follow each other on Instagram. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know you had an Instagram.
I corrected it.
Evil Sneaker with 2 hearts. Yeah,
and I follow Joey too.
See you on here. Yeah, nice. I was gonna say I never knew. I did not know you had an Instagram, but yeah, very cool. So you guys go check him out. Reese the Dad. Very cool Instagram name too. With that being said, there's a couple things I just want to talk about as far as my channel goes. Really, I don't got much. No, I am going to, on Friday, I'm supposed to get, so I'll start with this. So I did a review on my channel, Warner Brothers 100 Wonder Woman. That video's up on my channel.
Good video.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I really appreciate you checking it out. So I did like kind of a long form review. I'm probably not going to do too many long form reviews because they take up a lot of time that I don't have. But I enjoyed doing it. I think it turned out, like, I'm happy with how it turned out. I probably will still do that if it's a figure that is like a little bit more limited, kind of like Artisan Anakin is probably one that I'm going to end up doing, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it for every figure that I get or every figure that comes out. What I am going to do though, is any figure that comes out, I'm going to do a live unboxing on my channel because it's just more fun for me to interact with chat and just kind of do it more organically rather than having to do multiple takes when I'm recording and try to get it right. It just takes too much time. So I'd rather just spend like an hour, maybe a little longer, depending on how chat is, and just like hang out with everybody and talk about what I think about the figure, first impressions as I open up the box. I feel like that's more my element and more my forte as far as like my raw reaction to it and, you know, opening it. So next one I'm going to be unboxing is Friday. I'm getting Attack of the Clones C-3PO, which I got for a really good deal on Sideshow Seconds. So I'm getting that figure hopefully on Friday. So I'm going to do a live unboxing maybe Friday. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I'll be back. I'm just going to keep it rolling with the collector tour. You know, I'm still, you know, I've been really enjoying it. This is episode 12. So I'll probably just keep this rolling on a hopefully weekly basis. I'm working on, you know, getting some more people. So anybody in chat, if you're interested and you haven't come on, you can always hit me up on Instagram. My link's in the description. Yeah, hit me up on there. We can talk about it if you want to come on the show. I'm always open to talk with other people and we can kind of like coordinate that.
I'll get you hooked up with Frank too.
Yeah, man, you should. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, have him hit me up. And then of course on Wednesdays we will be back. Last night we did the Halloween stream, so Wolfpack Wednesday on a Tuesday for Halloween, which was a really fun episode. Like I highly recommend you guys go check it out on the Jedi Knights Watch channel. Yes, that was a really fun episode. Me and Brick wore masks the entire show for 2 hours. It was rough, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a great time. So go check that out. But we'll be back next Wednesday, of course, for Wolfpack Wednesday over on the Jedi Knights Watch channel. So always look forward to that. That's always a really fun show with those guys over there.
I'll be there.
You will be there. Yeah, I always appreciate you tuning in, man, and supporting the channel. And yeah, always coming in and saying what's up, fellow nerds, and then where are the malls?
Show me your malls. Yeah.
So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much. Let me get this outro queued up here. Chat, thank you so much. You were great as always tonight. Oh, Christian Cooper. I just want to give a quick shout out to him. What is up, dude? You are catching the tail end of the stream. You can always catch the replay, but I do appreciate you popping in, man. Always good to see you. You're a good support of the channel as well. So yes, chat, I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. With that being said, we will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you
Peace.
guys.